Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here, guys. Today I'm going to show you some interesting stuff from downtown, and I'll tell you about the cheapest and easiest ways to immigrate to Canada. Right now I'm in Calgary Downtown, obviously, and I parked just to make the intro for you because I don't want to be holding the camera while driving. So today, let me get on the road. I'm going to show you some parts of downtown as well. This is basically Calgary Downtown. You see how beautiful it is? It's feels like minus 18 outside right now, and that's why there is not going to be a video from outside today, because I don't want to feel so cold. It's just too cold to walk around outside right now. Now guys, in the methods that I'm going to mention today in terms of immigration, it might work for some of you. It might be even better if you are already in Canada for some of these methods, and some of them are going to be very useful. You might not even be aware that you can actually be already in Canada and work without any specific problems of getting your eligibility done to start working here and start your immigration done. So first way is spousal sponsorship, and this is for some lucky people of you who for lucky people who get married to Canadians. At some point of my life when I was thinking of immigrating to Canada, guys, I actually thought it would have been cool to get it done like that, by getting married to somebody from Canada. But at the same time, how can you do it if you're in a different country? But some people do that. Somehow they fall in love and they get sponsored like that. So the spouse would have to sponsor you to Canada. There's very mild limitations on it, and even during COVID, it's still there's some specific legislation that helps people do that without any restrictions right now as an exemption. So it's a really good method, but there is also lots of schemes built around it. So if the government catches you, it's not good, because they might take away your PR if they find out that it was made out of scam. So it's actually have to be like genuine relationship. By the way, guys, you see this bridge across the road? That's basically one of those. What's that? I have Nito with me in a car. What's that called thing? That tunnels? I forgot. The way? In Calgary Downtown, guys, they built a network that is very long, so you don't have to go out in the cold. And if you're working in one of these empty offices, because unemployment rate is huge, so if you're working in one of them, there is a huge passage. You can literally walk around downtown, not even stepping outside. And that's one of the questions that people are saying, why is the downtown so empty when I'm shooting videos? That's one of the reasons, guys. Another reason is unemployment, and another reason is because of the pandemic. Lots of people are forced to work from home by the government. Okay, guys, the next part is for immigration. The easiest and cheapest way is international agreements, and there is a ton of them. Is Canada signs agreements with other countries. Your country might be one of them. One of those agreements is basically a NAFTA agreement, guys. So it is basically, according to NAFTA, there can be intra-company transfers where you would be able to be transferred within your company to Canada and get a work permit like that. So it's really easy and really cheap way to get it. And also, if you're one of the, for example, if you're coming from Mexico or US, for example, there are certain occupations in this agreement where you can basically apply for your work permit by yourself. Now, there are some agreements, it actually falls under this popular program that is called work and travel or work and holiday visa. I don't exactly remember. I'll leave a link for you to read more about it, how it's called. But the fact is that there is a list of 30 or more countries, and your country might be one of them. There are European countries such as France, Czech Republic, Poland, and even Ukraine is there. So there is lots of countries like that. And there are some Asian countries, including Japan, and I think Singapore is there. And there's a bunch of countries actually there on the list as well, and including some South American, Central American countries. So your country might be one of those. And if you are under 35 years of age, in between of 18 and 35 years of age, you might be able to get up to 2 years of work permit in Canada, which means is that you can just get it, come here, on that work permit, start working, secure a job offer while you're in Canada, and that is going to be an LME exempt, which means is you don't need labor market impact assessment, which means is it's going to give you a ton of points for your express entry and you get your PR really fast. So just check out that list as well. If your country is there, you're one of those blessed people. Guys, by the way, look at these buildings here. People see there is for lease by Colliers International office space. This is one of the problems right now we have in Calgary. All these places are for lease. Big corporations moved out. What's that XL pipeline? What's that pipeline called that they canceled project? Keystone XL pipeline. And then right now Alberta is actually, the government here is planning to restore the coal manufacturing. So there is a big debate going on about it, and they're worried that they might ruin the ecology and all the river, and it's rivers, and the supply of fresh water might be interrupted like that. So we are looking at possibility of diversifying of our economy of steel manufacturing and coal manufacturing here close to Calgary and the southern Alberta. There is huge mining exploration happening. So we are hoping that economy is going to pick up, but I'm also kind of worried about the environment in that way. But at the same time, we don't want to turn into a Detroit, right? So that's kind of a complaint I have for the city. Guys, next point would be the easiest way to immigrate to Canada is, well, you would actually just need to be in Canada. You just need to spend money for a ticket to Canada. Is claim asylum. It's a refugee status, guys. To get the refugee status here in Canada, what do you need to get it according to the legislation and regulation is basically you have to have a well-founded, well-based fear, that you are going to be persecuted in your country, fear of being tortured or treated in an unusual way. So based on your religion, race, and this kind of thing. So you're afraid that because of your political views, your religion, your race, and other things, among other things, in your country, you might get in trouble just because of that. You might be discriminated, and that's the way to get an asylum. How it's done is, well, to do that, you actually have to be in Canada. So it has to be done at the port of entry to Canada, or in Canada if you're already here. You came to visit, and then you're like, I'm afraid to go back because I'm really scared for my life being there. I might be in prison just because, let's say, you don't have a certain way of thinking and you don't fit into the society in your home country because of your religion or something like that. So you can go and claim asylum, and you would, if they are going to review it, while they're reviewing it, you're allowed to stay here. And after that, you would be allowed, actually, if they find the claim real, you'd be allowed to stay here. That's one of the ways, guys, to get the immigration done. Now, it might be a little bit humiliating for some people. It might be not a traditional way, but if you have actually the real fear for your life in your home country, and that's the reason why you want to be here, it might work. By the way, guys, we are close to Bow River right now. It's really beautiful here. You see there's more people, and there is actually that machine over there, green thing you see. It actually counts how many people are walking by today on the Bow River. It's kind of cool. It counts how many cyclists and how many people walk through this place. Now, guys, I want to tell you a little bit more about asylum. Is be careful if you're coming through Southern America or North America and you're going through the US, because Canada and US have actually a third-party agreement, which means is that you guys, if you're going through US and you are asking for asylum at the port of entry from US to Canada, they're going to send you back to the US and they're going to say, go ask for asylum here. Same thing applies to Canada. If you are in Canada and you go to the border with US and ask for asylum, they're going to tell you, why did you not ask Canada for asylum? So Canada and US have that agreement, so be careful because you might be sent to Joe Biden for evaluation. Okay, next thing is, guys, is Atlantic Immigration Pilot and Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Best thing about it is, guys, it is actually cheaper. There is less requirements for money, and of course, guys, less LTS. But there is only one concern about these two programs. you need a job offer according to this Atlantic or Rural Immigration Northern Pilot Program in one of the designated communities. But it is kind of a cheaper and easier way than others. You know, if I recommend you to go as an international student, you need money. If I recommend you to go as a startup visa, you need a lot more money. If you want to be an investor, stuff like that, or provincial programs, it's more complicated. This video is dedicated to the easier, guys, and cheaper ways. So if you can get a job offer in one of those Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program or Rural Immigration and Northern Immigration Pilot Program in one of the designated communities, you can also get a job in Canada. And well, you see, guys, I'm in Calgary right now, stopping for pedestrians. This is Chinatown, actually. On my left, I don't know if you want to see it. Let's go there. I'm going to show you briefly the Chinatown here. But what I'm saying is, guys, I see people who come through that program and then they end up moving to Calgary afterwards. I met quite a few people like that. It's a valid program. It works really well. By the way, guys, this is Chinatown. If you see all the signs, including the banks, lots of things are on Chinese. In Chinese, lots of people speak Chinese here. Well, Chinese, I don't want to generalize. I actually want to tell you that there are two languages, Cantonese and Vietnamese. Cantonese, Mandarin, yes. Need to correct me. But this is the reality, guys. We have lots of different cultures. We have northeast of Calgary is basically, it's filled with people from South Asia. I don't want to say India because there is actually people from everywhere there. And we have lots of communities here. We have Lebanese communities. If you go to Toronto, I mean, we also have an Italian community here in Calgary, but it's less distinguished from other communities right now. But if you go to places like in Toronto, they definitely have specific places dedicated to specific communities. You know, I'm just here with Nito, guys. You know, Nito, we used to live close to Bridgeland. There is actually that area is like, I heard that it's more like an Italian place. That's where it started, on this side of the river, and where we are. Basically, Chinese people were here, and that's how the communities grow. Anyways, guys.
There's Ukrainian what?
Ukrainian Community Youth Association there too. The
Ukrainian church, right?
Yeah.
There's a Ukrainian church as well.
A couple of Ukrainian churches, Catholic and also Orthodox Ukrainian church is there. And yeah, there you have, and even the Russian church there. It's like a tiny church compared to Ukrainian church. By the way, guys, did you know that Ukrainian population compared to the total population of Canada is about the same as Indian population? It's difficult to spot Ukrainians because, well, it's kind of difficult to more distinguish us from the rest of people here, but the population is about the same. Indian and Ukrainian, you mean like ethnicity, correct? Ethnicity. Okay, you correct me when I speak. That's how, guys, how I improve my English because of my wife. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this kind of video. This is a Center Street bridge. Look at this. There's actually a way to go under that bridge over there, guys. Check this out. I remember a company I worked for, a guy got stuck there. He went on a truck and he got stuck there. Was in the news. Anyways, guys, it's pleasure having you here. Today we have Igor and Nita, who she's still tutoring me English. It's been a really tough job for her. Every day, guys, I hear my accent back at me, so that's how I've been improving. If you've seen my first videos and these videos, I'm getting better over time. Anyways, guys, a pleasure having you all here. Give it a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and also, guys, check out an immigration consultancy. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, guys. Those guys can help you with your immigration. They are in Toronto. They are a licensed immigration consultant with the government, and well, they can help you with your immigration. Check them out. The link is in the description. Thank you so much. See you next video. Bye for now.